Successful gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm here playing, you guessed it, Legend of Dragoon. Limestone Cave. Ooh. Oh shit, that's awesome. Of course, a fucking spider. I love how I literally call it evil spider. They're all evil.
Spinning cane.
Spinning cane. Oh, I fucked that up. Woo! Ah, that's cool. Acquire bastard sword. Broadsword. Oh, that is a great. Yeah. Fucking sweet. Oh, is this a dead end? Nope. God damn it, Levitz! Yeah! Oh, that's pretty. I forgot how great the art direction in this game is. Ah, fuck, I messed that up. Oh, okay. Spinning cane!
Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
No. Gonna see everything that's here first. I am. Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh.
Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Volcano! Hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate you.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane.
Spinning cane. I don't know.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Hey, how's it going? Thus far, it seems like it, but I'll have to get a little bit farther to see. They released a big-ass patch today. About 800 megabytes, so... But, the majority of the problems come in, once you get the Dragoon forms, and that takes a couple hours, so I have to play up to that point, but hopefully, yeah. But there were other issues that have already been fixed, so... Like, it had an issue with the sound clipping. That hasn't happened anymore, so... Hopefully it'll all be fine.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Like I said yesterday, the problems with this weren't insurmountable. It just has certain tricks they use to get the most out of the PlayStation 1. So, standard emulators have problems. When they first made PS1 emulation, this used to be a game that was tricky to run, and then if you tweak some shit, it runs just fine, and apparently they didn't tweak that shit. But it means that the improvements, it's not like they had to, you know, massively overhaul. They just had to tweak some files. But a couple hours into the game, you gain the Dragoon form, and basically it's like you become part dragon, and it's one of the highlights of the game because you, like, it's almost like a magical equivalent of like a mech from Xenogears. You get like wings, and you get all these new attacks. And it was freezing whenever people would do that. It's a pretty key feature of the fucking game, so... I'll tell you one game they did fix, though, and I'm extremely excited about this. Came out of nowhere, okay? You've talked to me before about how much you love Assassin's Creed Syndicate, right? I think you said that was your favorite Assassin's Creed game. Well, Assassin's Creed Syndicate has had major problems on PS5 since the launch. Something about it just does not work right with PS5. And there are a couple of games that have problems with PS5, like backwards compatible games, but Assassin's Creed Syndicate was basically unplayable. Like, nearly all of the textures in the game wouldn't load and would fucking flicker. And the shadows wouldn't work right. I mean, it was literally, like, seizure-inducing. Like, Syndicate was fucking borderline unplayable on PS5. And it stayed that way for about 2 years. And they finally, just yesterday, released a patch for Syndicate to fix it on PS5. Out of fucking nowhere.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
The sad thing about it is that it wasn't even Sony that fixed it. It was fucking Ubisoft. Ubisoft came in and fixed it. And they shouldn't even have had to have done that, because the problem wasn't with Syndicate. It's with the PS5's backwards compatibility. And yeah, I've tried it. It's completely fixed. Like, literally, when you used to play Syndicate on the PS5, it used to... none of the shadows would display right. So, like, the game was missing shadows, and then all the textures would flick black and white, white, dark, rainbow colors. It was like the game was having a massive fucking glitch. It was terrible. And yeah, I installed the update today and played around for a little bit. Completely fixed now. It works just fine. And that's actually really good, because believe it or not, the PS4 version of Syndicate, yeah, no, it was literally, it would have given you a seizure with you being epileptic. It's bad. Like, it's not a little bit either. Like, it's constant flashing textures and shit. It's bad. It was one of the worst cases of backwards compatibility problems I've ever seen. For some reason, it didn't affect Unity, even though Unity is on the same engine. It was just Syndicate for whatever fucking reason. But the PS4 version, the PS4 version of Syndicate was actually the best because it got PS4 Pro support and it got 4K. Whereas Syndicate did not get an Xbox One X patch. So it was a damn shame because it should have been the best version of Syndicate and it was fucking unplayable. So now it is playable. I might even play through it. I don't know. Because Syndicate is pretty dope. And I got all the DLC a while back. Oh. Is that fucker ever gonna come down? Jesus Christ. Honestly, I have been kind of in the mood to play some Assassin's Creed lately. I mean, not even just Syndicate, just Assassin's Creed in general. I've had the mood to play some. Oh, yeah, that's good. Sometimes you pop it and it just feels so amazing. And actually, there are some that there's a bunch that I need to go back through anyway. Like, did you know that they made a next-gen patch for Origins and Odyssey? So now it's 60 FPS on next-gen? Yeah. Both Origins and Odyssey are now 60 FPS on PS5 and Series X.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Come on, die, you bitch.
Spinning cane.
Right?
Yes. Go.
The bosses in this can actually be pretty difficult. Oh, I did it. Oh, thank God. Woo! Level up! Almost got 2 levels up, actually. A lot of XP. Oh, God. I was talking about a fucking item I needed. He's just what I needed! Ha ha! I kind of got into... It's kind of funny. I kind of got into this fight. I wouldn't say fight, but I kind of got into, like, this spat with somebody on Twitter. Because, like, as you may have heard, they're doing fucking Bait and Kados Remastered. I may have mentioned it earlier. They're finally taking Bait and Kados 1 and 2 and putting them on Switch. And, it, like a lot of other games that are RPGs that are getting remastered, has like a fast forward option and a no encounters option. And people are like, oh, I'm so excited that they have a 300% speed option and a no encounters option. And I said, you know, I've never understood why people want fucking fast forward options in games. Like, I have never liked fast forward options in games, especially RPGs, which, like, I feel like in RPGs you're supposed to take your time, but it's just like, if the game is so slow that you don't like it, that you have to have an option to speed it up to like it, why even play it in the first place? And it's like, to me, it just seems like a waste, because aside from the fact that, you know, you have to speed up the game to make it tolerable, there's also the fact that, like, you're fucking getting less game. You're depriving yourself of game time by speeding through it. I've never understood that. Like, I have almost never used, like, a fast-forward option like that in a game. Because it's like... if I didn't like the base game, I just wouldn't play it. Like, if I have to speed the game up to 300% to make it, tolerable, I'm just gonna play something else. Plus, you know, this is it's a pretty big thing. Like the no encounters option? Why would you do that? You need encounters in RPGs. Number one, without encounters, it's a fucking walking simulator. Number two, you're gonna play through the game with the encounters turned off, and then when you get to a boss that you can't skip, you're fucked. Especially in Bacon Potatoes. That game has really hard fucking bosses. Like, hard in a good way, but you're gonna get your ass beat, especially if you're fucking underleveled. And now, we get to the game's first town. Woo! That's fair. That's fair. I definitely see what you're saying. And I do prefer when they show you the encounters on the screen. But that being said, there's still actually a lot of games that I like in spite of that. Final Fantasy X has random encounters, and I fucking love Final Fantasy X. This game has random encounters, although in all fairness, this game has the indicator to let you see when a random encounter is coming. It starts out blue, and then it turns yellow and red. So in this game, it's technically not random, because you know when you're about to get into a battle. Even if you can't see the enemies on the field, it's kind of like an halfway compromise. Also, these people, these people are in for a reckoning, okay? Because Baden Kados' battle system, which actually, number one, okay, there actually is no random encounters in Baden Kados. You run into enemies on the field. But Baden Kados' battle system is not a static turn-based thing. Like, I have a hard time describing it to you because Baden Kados' battle system is so in-depth, but basically, it's like this weird fusion of a card system and a real-time battle system, because you have like a deck of attacks, and it's not like Pokemon where it's like, oh, I have a card, or Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, you put down a card. It's like one card is one attack, and you have a deck, and you customize that deck. So you have this attack, this attack, this attack. And the game encourages you to line up the numbers, and you start out only able to take one action a turn, which, you know, is like every other fucking JRPG. But then quickly, you gain the ability to start taking more and more actions every turn. 2, 3, 5, 6, and when you're in the middle of battle, it draws from your deck. But it has a randomized element to it where it draws randomly from your cards, but it's only the cards that you've selected. And the game encourages you to pick the deck strategically and to think quickly on your feet, because it'll pop up a bunch of cards, and here's 3 attack cards, 4, 5, 6, and if you do 4, 5, 6, you gain an attack boost, and then you start getting special moves that can only be done by doing combinations of the cards. So, there is a very big real-time element to the Bait and Kato's battle system. And on top of that, when you defend, you also have to pick defense cards. So the entire time, the enemy is trying to hit you, and they can hit you like several times as well. You can almost negate the damage to nothing if you pick the right cards. So even when you're on the defensive, you are not passively waiting for your turn. Like, you have to actually be invested. I don't even know if you're there at this point. When my luck, I just did all that where nobody heard. Fuck. Okay. See, it said nobody was watching. What the fuck? Okay. My bad. But yeah, so and like I said, there's an area of randomization. There's an area of randomization because it picks the cards randomly, but it only picks from the cards that you have selected. So if you make your deck all around great, you're good. And on top of that, the game has a system where the better you do, the better cards you get. So if you pay attention to the cards and make good combinations, the game will throw better cards your way the next turn. And you have a very limited window. So you can't just sit there and idly watch by. So when people see the 300% battle system, I think they're going to wind up being surprised because I think that's going to be way too quick for them. Exactly, it rewards experimentation. And each character has their own deck that they draw from. So when you get 3 or 4 characters in your party, there's a lot of different shit to do from. It's a great battle system. And it's also really good because you don't ever have to manage your stats. Okay? After the end of every battle, you are fully healed, and your any status ailments are taken care of. Okay? So the only time you would need something in a battle or to heal is in a battle, in the middle of a battle. So it kind of gets rid of a lot of the micromanaging that you would see in a game like this. It takes a while to get used to it, but it's really good. And each character has each character has like 8 or 9 different special finishers they can do. And in a lot of games, those finishers would be, magic, and you'd be limited by MP, but there is no MP in Bait and Kato's, it's the deck. So if you get good enough with the deck, you can just spam enemies with special attacks. So it rewards you to get good. And later on, you actually gain the ability to chain to chain specials together. So if you manipulate the cards right, you can literally hit enemy with a special attack, boom, 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 back to back for thousands of points of damage and fuck their day up. I mean, it's a very weird battle system, but it's a good battle system. I mean, this is made by the same people that did the battle system in Xenogears, that did the battle system in Chrono Cross, did the battle system in Xenoblade. JRPG battle systems are what they fucking do, and they're really good at what they do. Let me see. And when people hear about cards, they kind of mistakenly think that it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's the best comparison I could make is it's like Birth by Sleep, where the deck isn't like cards you summon, the deck is the attacks that you have at your disposal, the command deck. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And the game just has a lot of really cool shit. Beta Katos is super weird. And I say that in the best possible fucking way. It is super duper weird and super duper awesome. It's a world where everybody lives in the sky. Everybody lives up in the sky. The entire game world is islands in the sky. And everybody evolved to grow wings. Okay, so everybody's got wings. And they're called wings of the heart because everybody has a different pair of wings. They don't all look the same. And it is a game that has a lot of really cool, weird shit in it. Like, there's an entire place called Mira, which you may recognize as the name of the planet from Xenoblade Chronicles X. Well, the name comes from Bait & Katos. The entire name of the planet was a reference to Bait & Katos. I always thought that was pretty cool. Mira, that's situated between realities, and they have some fucking wacky shit there. Okay? There's like an entire village made out of like pastries and sweets and shit. Then there's an entire village that's like made out of origami and paper mache. And then there's even like you go into different games. They have like this fucking tower that's like reality altering tower. And there's another game, okay? The publisher of Bait & Katos is Bandai Namco, or Namco Bandai, or whatever the fuck. They change their names so often, who the fuck knows? But you go through this tower, and this tower is fucking super trippy. You literally like are walking on the ceiling, and then you go through one room and you wind up in a fucking 8-bit game called The Tower of Druga. It's another Namco Bandai game. And they like got official permission to use the game. So like you're literally just playing the game and all of a sudden you come out into a fucking 8-bit game and you're like, what's going on? And it's fucking awesome. They have like an island that's based off of Hawaii and has jungles and rainbow birds and rainbow trees and shit. They have an area that's all steampunky, but it's like steampunky inspired by music. So it's like, imagine if there was like a steampunk city, but it was like inspired by like the inside of an instrument, like a clarinet, the pipes and shit of instruments. They have a fucking area that's like made out of clouds, that's like mostly clouds, like where you actually wander across clouds. It's called the Celestial River. Like, Bait & Katos is so like weird and super fucking cool. Like, it is a game you're playing through and like you are constantly getting surprised with like different shit and off the wall stuff. You never know what's gonna happen, and I say that in the best way. It is a fucking awesome. In gaming history, Bait & Katos has such a great soundtrack, and it's just great. It's just fucking great. And it was, and I'm sorry to go on a fucking tangent. I just love Bait & Katos. I love Bait & Katos a lot. It's one of my all-time favorite games, actually, like ever. Uh, it was just an unfortunate case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time and people not giving a game a chance because the game got very little marketing and many people shied away from the game originally because of its name. It's called Baiting Kados, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean, and a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't like the name Baiting Kados, even though it's Arabic. It literally means something to the plot of the game. It's called The Belly of the Beast. And they didn't like how long the subtitle was. I don't really care. I'm okay with games having longer names. So even though Baiting Kados got very good reviews, and it's considered one of the best RPGs on GameCube, it sold fucking terribly. Right? Too many underrated games, exactly. And then, it surprisingly got another chance because, believe it or not, Nintendo, well, I mean, believe it or not, you're going to believe it. You know as well as I do that Nintendo is really stingy about working with outsiders. Nintendo does not play well with others. You know this? I know this. Well, apparently, they had such a good fucking relationship with Monolith Soft, making Baiting Kados with them and publishing it, that they wanted to do a sequel, and Nintendo actually wound up stepping in and publishing and helping to fund the second game. They liked it so much that they were able to step in when the publisher wouldn't. So, but then unfortunately, the fucking the stars misaligned again, and Baiting Kados had a sequel, even though it's actually a prequel. It's called Baiting Kados Origins. Technically, it's the second game, but it's a prequel. It's just as good. The sequel is just as good as the original in its own way. And believe it or not, Tri-Ace and Tri-Crescendo actually helped develop Baiting Kados 2. And they did a lot of other games I really like Eternal Sonata and Valkyrie Profile and shit like that. No. So, Baiting Kados Origins came out just before the Wii launched. And because nobody was really playing GameCube, and because all the attention was focused on the Wii, once again, it got fucking lost in the shuffle. And it's actually a fucking shame, too, because they're both amazing games. They deserve more love than they get. And they're the reason why Xenoblade Chronicles exists. Okay? Nintendo loved working with Monolith Soft so much on Baiting Kados. That's the reason why they bought the company. Without Baiting Kados, there would be no Xenoblade Chronicles. Hold on, 1 second. And, I know a lot of GameCube games now. A lot of GameCube games are fucking expensive as shit. I swear to God, get half the GameCube games now. You need to sell your kidney on the black market. But Baiting Kados has always been super expensive because they were rare. They didn't make that many copies because they sold so poorly. Hold on 1 second. And I'm very proud because I actually own both of them. One second, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. But yeah, those are super collectors now. Like, I always love Baking Kato's. I'm really, really excited that they're making it available on Switch where it's widely available for a cheap price where you don't have to pay $200 to get one of the games. Okay, sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom and then I had to wash my hands. But yeah, I fucking adore Baking Kato's. 1 and 2 are both super fucking great, and 2 is kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2, and that it's like you don't have to have played the first game to get into it, but it fully connects in and explains a lot of shit about the first game, and it's just as good. And it's coming in August, I think, for Switch, and it's $40, and it is that is a great price. You know, Nintendo usually likes to go full price on that, so I'm actually really happy that they're not charging full price. But you're going to get 60 hours plus out of each of those games if you do everything. So you're looking at 120, 150 hours of content for $40. It is worth it, and I'm really looking forward to the fact that more people are going to be able to play it now, because, like, let's prove my theory correct. Let me Google Baby Kato's right now and see what it is on eBay. It's fucking shocking. I legitimately could probably sell it for a huge profit if I wanted. I probably never will because they're precious to me, but I could. Yep. Here's a copy of Baby Kato's for $350. And a routine used copy, it goes for like $135. And I have the original box, the manual, everything is in great condition. And then Baby Kato's Origins is even more expensive because, like I said, they sold even less of that one. Yeah, that's like $200 for a regular copy of it. So, it's super awesome that people will be able to get a version they can play on modern systems that won't cost them a fucking kidney on the black market. And yeah, Nintendo can be really greedy. That's actually why I was kind of surprised when they did the Metroid Prime Remastered that it was only $40. I thought Nintendo was going to charge full price for it for real. It would also be really cool if they could work out a deal to re-release the Shadow Hearts games. Because I told you they're doing the modern successor, Penny Blood. So, maybe if they could work out a deal with the original publisher to re-release HD versions of the Shadow Hearts games. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, there's no way to tell though until I get the Dragoon form. That's when all the problems come in. How you looking there? But like I was so pissed because like I said, it just I love Legend of Dragoon. And as soon as they announced the PlayStation 1 classics coming back to PS4 and PS5, I'm like, Legend of Dragoon, Legend of Dragoon, Legend of Dragoon, especially because Sony owns this completely. There's a lot of games that even if people love them from PlayStation 1, Sony can't just bring because they don't fully own the rights, like Xenogears. Everybody wants Xenogears, but Sony doesn't fully own the rights to Xenogears, Square does. So they have to clear it with them for whatever. And Square likes to re-release their own games. But with Legend of Dragoon, they made it, they funded it, they produced it, so it's like they could do it at any time, and it's like, I didn't understand why they didn't just bring it out immediately, because so many people love this game. And then finally, when they announced it, it came out of nowhere. They announced it like 2 days before they dropped it. Oh, hey, by the way, we're dropping Legend of Dragoon, and it has trophies. I'm like, wow, okay. And then they release it, and it's fucking broken. Right? Exactly. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't fucking release it. They've released so many. Like, at this point, they've released the Legend of Mana version, Chrono Cross, all these other games, so I don't know why they fucking wouldn't. Like if they weren't like re-releasing their shit, okay, but like Square has been re-releasing a lot of their shit. So I really I really hope they do. And like I said, like we were just talking about this the other day, like there's so many games that Square did that would be great for the fucking AI upscale thing. Like re-release Parasite Eve. You know how great Parasite Eve would look with AI upscaling? That shit would look dope. And they were able to figure out whatever the problem was with Chrono Cross, so they can do it. And in fact, they proved with Chrono Cross that they could up the frame rate. Originally, you couldn't up the frame rate in Chrono Cross without causing problems, but they found a way to with this with the remaster, so they could not only AI upscale Parasite Eve, they could up it to 60, and that would be smooth as shit because the battles in that were real time. And you know, I mean, it's after all, it's the perfect time for it. Horror games have come back in a big way. Like, we were just talking about how horror games are experiencing a resurgence. So why not re-release one of the most popular survival horror games ever made? Come on! You're just wasting money! Right? I love Square Enix, but sometimes they just make some stupid fucking decisions. Oh my god, sometimes they just make some stupid decisions. Like, Square Enix, don't get me wrong, Square Enix is still one of my favorite game companies, but sometimes they'll just do something and I'll just be sitting there shaking my head like, what? Yeah, exactly. They have an army of fucking weebs that just kind of defend everything they do. And like I said, I love Square Enix, so it comes from a place of love. Okay, but some of the shit they do is stupid. And they need to be fucking called out for it. And they mishandled their entire American division. And it pains me because there were so many good games they did, and I guess they just thought it wasn't worth it. Like, so many games they fucking gave up on. It's so weird. Hey, look, I'm on new, bro. Like, Square Enix knows their shit when it comes to role-playing games, but they do not have a proper grasp on Western shit. Yeah. They are a Japanese company, yeah. And you know it's sad too, because in a lot of ways they were handed a golden opportunity. Man, they fucked it up. Like they had the golden opportunity. They had the golden opportunity to make fucking Marvel games. And they fucking ruined it. Avengers should have been a slam dunk. And they just botched it, like, and you know it sucks because like when you play Avengers, it really does feel like it's two different games. When you get into the more story-driven sequences, you can tell the game that Crystal Dynamics wanted to make. They wanted to make a game like Tomb Raider, full of big set-piece moments that was in their wheelhouse. And then you can feel the parts that Square made them force-feed into Avengers, the live service shit, and the open areas that have nothing in it, like if they had just stayed the fuck out of it and let Crystal Dynamics make the game they wanted to make, Avengers would have been so much fucking better. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and Guardians of the Galaxy was actually really good, but then they didn't market it. So they had the keys to the Marvel Kingdom, and there was so much they could have done with it, and they fucked it up. And on top of that, now EA has the rights to do Marvel shit. Fuck! You fucked it up so bad that EA got a turn. What have you done? Yeah, I can't wait for Spider-Man 2. It looks like that's going to come out this year. I think that's going to be fucking dope. It's just sad, like, ugh. Ah, sweet. Better weapons, baby! Woo! Sparkle arrow. Can you only hold on? Let me. Right? This game looks great. And I tell you what, you know, when people see these games, they look all blurry on a modern screen. But one thing I really like about this is it lets you see the original aspect ratio. And of course, there's only a tiny square in the screen. But when you see the native resolution, it actually looks crisp as shit. Like, you can actually use this to see what it should have looked like when it originally released. And yeah, it's only in a tiny little square. But you can see if you played this game on the type of TVs that it was made for, it did look crisp as fuck. Like, that actually looks really clean. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to play it like that because that tiny black square thing really fucks with me. But it's cool to, you know, like, it lets you see that on the TVs it was made for, it did look good. It didn't look blurry. Oh yeah, okay, you can only have one amulet per character. Okay, well I'm gonna give him the Night Shield since he's the knight. All works out. And I'm gonna give her the Poison Guard. Yeah. Scale armor. It kind of fucks with me if it's not on the whole screen. It kind of fucks with me. I'm not a big fan of borders. Okay, now I'm 90% sure that everybody's properly equipped. Let me check. I can definitely understand where some people would do it like that. And do it, I guess this or this. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I just like, the borders fuck with me. Okay, we're good. So now I'm gonna sell off my old armor because there's no fucking reason to keep it. Yeah! Ah, now we're going to the castle. Which is really pretty. Yeah, you know, I agree. I'm a big fan of the art direction in this game. And I think, like, that one of the things I love about this game is there's so much variety because you literally, each disc in this game is on 4 discs, is set up to be a country. So, like, with its own map. So each one winds up feeling really different, and I really like that. There's a ton of variety in this game. They were really ambitious with this game. And each country has like a totally different aesthetic and vibe and world map theme. I love shit like that. Like even near the end of the game, even on disc 4, you're like actually exploring a new area. So like the game doles out new shit throughout the entire game to keep it varied. I love that. And you know, this game is like proof of ambition because Final Fantasy VII came out and it was so renowned. Everybody loved it. Obviously, of course, they did. It's a great game. And Square was like, man, we should make, or not Square, I'm sorry. Sony, it was like, man, we should make our own series like this. And they fucking swung, and they swung over the fences. And they knocked it out of the park. Plus, the music is really fucking good. The fuck is that? Oh, I'm pop locking it. Oh, ye old crib walk. Right? I actually have some of the fucking music for this game on my phone to this day. Oh, getting loose. Just how good this music is makes me just want to like go break it down as a medieval bard. I want to get a fucking loot. Should I like emotion? Oh, fuck it up, kid. Fuck it up. Fuck. uh. Sorry if I'm being fucking stupid. Right? Yeah, definitely.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
And then he found $5. Cool story, bruh. Yeah, it actually was a cool story. Yeah, see? That is just a fucking gorgeous art direction. Man! Ah! That's fucking dope. Whee! Oh, right? I've actually always been pretty talented at whistling. Oh God. Started from the bottom, now we're back at the bottom. Shit. Okay, there's like that boat. I need to figure out how to get to that fucking boat. Because there's like shit there. Okay, so there's like another ladder. Nah, fuck, that's where I came from. Maybe it's in the town? I don't fucking know. Actually, let me Google it. I don't want to miss that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah. Okay, apparently you need to get money, and it's really complicated to get to that fucking boat, apparently. Yeah, fuck. I have to come back. Mamma mia, it's a mia, I come home. Oh shit. Cada vez mais new, please não já que cada vez new. And cada vez new. Cada vez new. Nobody just likes juice. Haha. Cada vez new. Ah, this fucking thing.
Yes.
Damn it. Alright, there goes my version. Hey, there goes my version.
Spinning cane. Yes.
Damn it.
Spinning cane.
Hoax. Where you go, man? Gabby's doing something to deal with him. How are we gonna do? How are we gonna do? How are we gonna do? She wants to get dicked down by Dart so badly. Her entire story arc is, fuck me, Dart, please! Please, fuck me! What are you waiting for? Do it! Fuck me! I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh, damn it. Fucking... Volcano!
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Volcano!
Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh shit.
Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh, come on, man. Ow.
Yes. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Woo! Level up. Ah.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Woo!
Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane.
Shit.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Fuck.
Spinning cane.
Okay. Woo! Man, that's dope. Oh shit, he got a new thing. Man, just fucking wreck the town. Jeez. Yeah, fuck Shayna. She's fucking useless. I almost never have her in my party. I guess we're about to see if the Dragoon form is glitched or not. If the patch fixed it.
Yes. Go. Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano.
There's a part that's glitched. Fuck.
Yes.
Oh fuck, I didn't get to try out her shit. I need to try out her stuff first because she has the one that's the most glitched. That'll know if I fixed it. Or if they fixed it, I should say.
Yes. Go.
Marshland.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Ah, damn it.
Whip smack. Whip smack.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Whip smack.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Man, that's cool. It was this specific spell that almost always crashed the game before.
Astral Drain.
Like it would lock here and never go back to the regular battle. Yep, they fixed it. And they fixed the problem with the rewinding. Fucking great. Okay, well, I'm going to save it in this part here because it's already been a couple hours. Just wanted to make sure that was done.